So welcome back guys to the Becoming Spiritual YouTube channel. I'm your host Baba, and today we're going to be speaking on crystals and their uses. Now bear in mind that crystals are considered to be the blood of the earth, right? And crystals, they are found in the earth, right? Some are found in rivers, some are found in high pressured regions. Sand is actually considered like a form of like miniature crystals, right? Like obsidian, for example, is found in volcanic regions. It's basically volcanic glass, right? So there are varying crystals with various uses, right? Darker crystals, for example, like obsidian, jet, black tourmaline, smoky quartz, they tend to be more protective crystals. All right, they're used to really protect the person from negative energy, negative influence of spirits, those kind of things, right? But it gets more specific to the person that's using the crystal as well. So there are general uses, right? And then there are specific uses based on the person. So, for example, you may have Scorpio, for example, in your third house, right? And third house would be your house of communication, astrologically speaking. So you may actually use obsidian in any workings that have to do with communication for yourself. It may not be the best suited based on general uses, but it can be used based on how certain things are positioned in your chart, right? Because Mars would be, or Pluto would be the ruler over your third house of communication, and you'd want to use things that actually correspond to that house. Now shout out again to Preset Osset Rahamen. I learned through her videos how to really break down the natal chart and specific things that can be used for specific houses. That your particular spiritual science, it's not for anyone else. And she really preaches that, and she's so correct on that, right? So going forward, guys, not really getting into the specific uses because you guys get a general idea of that, right? But for example, let's stick with like the general uses of things, right? Clear quartz. Clear quartz is known to amplify intentions. It's known to amplify any other crystal that's placed alongside it, right? So if you need something to boost the intention in a crystal grid, or just to carry on you as a high frequency, you can use clear quartz. Clear quartz can be very cleansing as well. And the thing about clear quartz, you can actually program it to do whatever. It's like a one in all crystal, right? You can program it for protection, for money, for whatever you want it to do. So, and that's where we start to talk about energy manipulation and really using and putting your intentions into things. And that will be one of the future videos as well. So the next crystal is like selenite. Selenite is used as well to clean the aura and to clean the chakras. It's a very cleansing crystal that you can keep in your house and so on. And you use this to basically keep your energy clean, right? Right. So, or even your house clean, right? Spiritually speaking. We can also speak on like aventurine and rose quartz. Those generally are corresponded to the heart chakra and to Venus. And aventurine specifically is correlated to money. Rose quartz is generally towards love. So if you're doing a love working, you'd use rose quartz, in that kind of working, right? And try to be ethical, guys. Try not to try to bend anyone's will. If someone's not interested, then it's just what it is. Right. Continuing, like citrine. Citrine is like a solar kind of crystal, corresponds to the sacral chakra, but it has a solar kind of energy about it, right? But if you look at the color, it's kind of a bit of an orange. That really corresponds back to the sacral or the second chakra, which you combine the sacral chakra with the heart chakra, and that is really one of the formulas for money generation. So you want to so you can use the citrine combination with the aventurine when you want to pull money towards you, crystal wise, right? So there are a lot of things, guys, that you can really do, and there's a lot of ways you can combine crystals, right? So yeah, guys, I mean, you can research others. Amethyst corresponds to like the crown chakra. You can use it for like spiritual workings. You have moonstone, that's like for the third eye. Use that when you need to like do like any form of divination or like astral work. And we'll get into all these things, energy manipulation, astral work, doing different kind of workings, and there are many others. There are crystals like lapis lazuli, that generally it rules over communication as well, like the fifth chakra, which is the Mercury chakra, right? That you can use to amplify communication and your voice, right? And you see how the color of the chakras correspond back to the color of the crystals as well, all right? And so on and so forth. Some crystals have strong mystical properties about them as well. So you may have like topaz. Learned this again from the priestess. Topaz can be used to aid in certain specific things, which I won't get into that as yet. But you can also look into various crystals and trust your intuition towards what you feel called to and called to use, because everything doesn't work with everyone the same way, right? There are also divine stones. There are meteorites, right? Like moldavite, right? I personally haven't used it as yet, but I heard that it amplifies, like really amplifies whatever, right? You use it for. And it can be intense, however. And there are various other divine stones. Some are like from meteorites. Some have different properties. So there are a lot of things, guys, that you can use crystals for. And one of the main reasons people use crystals is for protection. Because crystals are very protective. You get me? You can use crystals to protect your home, yourself, your money, right? And back to Brother Joseph, he spoke on that. You can use citrine as well to protect your money. Very important. Very, very important, because if you have enemies, sometimes they can come after you specifically, so they might try to attack your finances. And there are a lot of different kinds of people in this metaphysical, spiritual kind of environment and community. You have people that are more malicious, some people are more on the lighter side, some people are balanced, so it just depends on, the people that you encounter, and so on and so forth. And I mean, we'll get more into protection. Crystals aren't the only way to protect yourself, but they certainly are effective. And because it all deals with frequency, right? And if a particular frequency is approaching you and it meets a resistance of a higher frequency, then it deflects that lower frequency. So you have to think of crystals in regards to frequencies, right? So do your research, guys, on what feels right for you, right? And based on, again, your chart ruler, you'll feel called to a particular crystal. You get me? You'll definitely feel called to a particular crystal that you just know that you should have that crystal at some point in time, right? So definitely look into that as well, guys. Trust your intuition, right? And just trust your inner guidance as well as the information that you have discovered about yourself. All right, so that's really it for crystals, guys. And I mean, in making crystal grids, for example, like to protect your home, I mean, generally you can use the configuration of the pentagram or Metatron's cube for most things. Alright, so you just have to like do more research to find out what's best for you and what's the best crystals to use in that kind of in those kind of events, right? For example, so yeah, guys, that's basically it for this particular video. I'll definitely be doing a video soon on energy manipulation and really energy work, guys, because really that's one of the main reasons too why you have to do the chakra work and meditation, because when you start to tap into the subconscious, which really that's the Gnostic state, you've been meditating for like 15 minutes and you start to get into a trance, then that's when you enter the Gnostic state, when you're more receptive to information, where you can astral travel, you can do many things in that state. But the thing about it is that you become more aware of your energy and your energy field and how energy flows, and you start to learn how to manipulate your own energy field and the flow of energy throughout your own body and your own being. And in doing that, you learn how to place intentions into things, right, which is very important if you're trying to manifest anything. All right, but again, even in manifesting, it's not solely about lighting a candle or anything like that, because all the elements are within you. So it's about how you can generate a particular frequency and send it out into the ethers, right? Candles and so on, they amplify and they may sustain the I guess you would say like the sustain the time that an intention is being placed into the ethers, but you can manifest outside of using certain apparatus, right? So yeah, guys, so we'll get into that. So you guys take care, with love and peace until next time. All right, bye.